Good evening, Southeast Texas. Continuing to watch Hurricane Elsa. Kind of an abnormal scenario with this storm. Usually when they're moving very quickly like this at 30 miles an hour to the west, they don't strengthen, certainly not to hurricane status. So you don't see one like this every day. Not to say that this is going to be a catastrophic hurricane. Hopefully we don't see that. But I don't think this is going to be you don't see many like this as far as how it has strengthened to a Cat 1 with winds of 85 miles an hour. Usually, look at that, 30 miles an hour, it's moving west. There is a little bit of shear, so be watching that. It's not very strong, but the Caribbean is open for business as far as the potential for strengthening. Don't think it'll strengthen, at least that's not what the Hurricane Center shows. Regardless, a lot of features to look at. You can see most of the convection is mainly to the east of the center of circulation. So that's telling me that there is a little bit of shear, a little westerly shear. So if you look at it, the tube, the vortex from the surface to the top of the hurricane is tilted from west to east. So the top of it is over here. The bottom of it is down here to the west. So this is not ideal, but still a hurricane as it's continuing to move west. All right, so here's the deal. A very good consensus. Notice how many of the lines are all stacked very, very close together. We like that. That gives us a good certainty as far as the forecast. There's bigger spread over the southeastern U.S. I'm very confident that we will have no issues with this storm. But the spread is higher over towards Florida and even off the East Coast. So that means the uncertainty is higher over that area. But notice the center line, and most of the models, individual models, take it across Cuba into the eastern Gulf of Mexico and then back out towards the north and east. And that's what the Hurricane Center is showing and following. That's the most likely path at this point. Could it come further east? Absolutely. Few models, not very many. They're what we call outliers. You usually toss them out. They could be right, but more than likely they're not. Regardless, it's going to go right over Cuba, and that should weaken it as it comes into the Gulf of Mexico, possibly Monday into Tuesday. And it looks like Tuesday of next week, Florida will have a tropical storm to deal with before this ejects back off towards the north and east into the open southwest Atlantic. Notice how this is a big curve. That's because there's high pressure. This is the Bermuda High, and it's the western side of that. So it's falling right along the outer periphery or western flank of that upper level high. So Hurricane Center showing that. Hurricane warnings in effect for Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti, at least the southern coasts. Goes over towards Cuba as we head towards Monday, weakens into a tropical storm, and then heads over into the southeast Gulf of Mexico on, say, Monday night. Tuesday afternoon, it's offshore, maybe west of Tampa, and then it recurves back over towards the panhandle of Florida, taking aim off the southeast coast as it recurves, well off towards our east. Why is this happening? Well, let's see. Let me get the right tools here. And basically, what we're seeing is that we've got high pressure over here. So the outer periphery of the high is like this. So that's why the storm is going around it. But also we have a trough of low pressure. In the upper levels, we have northwesterly winds over Texas at this time. It ain't coming here. And then westerly winds in the Gulf, and then a southwest flow aloft. So there's basically a trough of low pressure over Louisiana and Mississippi. So that's why this is turning between the trough and also the high. All right, that's basic update on Hurricane Elsa. Do we have any questions that we can take?
Got someone who is planning a trip to Orlando over the weekend and asking if they should go or if they should scrap it. They're saying Thursday through Monday. I'm not sure if they mean next Thursday through the following Monday or not, or if they mean like they're in there now.
Well, if it's this weekend, I can't make that decision for you, but you're going to have tropical storm conditions coming up Tuesday of next week. It looks like over towards Orlando as it goes right over the peninsula. So what do you want to put up with? That's the question. We've certainly had plenty of experience on how to deal with tropics over the last few years here in Southeast Texas, so we're veterans.
Yeah, she says the 9th through the 12th, so it would be starting next Thursday. So it should be blown out by then.
Gone.
Yeah.
Past, yeah, you're fine. And this looks like it will be a tropical storm rather than a hurricane, so not expecting many issues out of this, even if it goes over Florida. That's it?
How close is it projected to be to Merritt Island, Florida?
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah.
Can you get clarification from that viewer? I don't know that geography.
Let me ask.
Just to say that most of Florida is in the cone of uncertainty, so there's no definite path as far as that goes. So really don't worry about that question because you're talking several days out, and these tracks can shift. If anything, I think it's going to shift a little bit further to the east. We'll see how that happens, but that's where we're at right now. Again, winds at 85 miles an hour, moving very quickly off to the west-northwest at 30 miles an hour. I'm almost very confident we're not going to have any issues out of this storm with it being so far to the east. I think we're in good shape. Follow us on Facebook, download our app, and we'll see you tonight at 10 p.m. on 12 News.